very good.
Let's tell the folks a little about it. We alluded to that. You worked, I guess, in a video store someplace.
Yeah, I worked in a video store in Hermosa Beach, California, called Video Archives.
Is it still there?
It is still there, still doing okay business.
So people would come in and rent and buy videotapes from you?
Yeah, not buy so much. It was
Just
more
rent?
like a rental store and everything.
And you would handle every tape that they would take home?
Pretty much so, yes, exactly. I would charge them for like non-rewinding.
But you would touch them. You would touch the tapes.
I would touch the tapes.
Yeah,
I would like give that to them.
I know. And that's why I quit renting videotapes.
Exactly.
Because the guys like you. There's a guy in the store touching my tapes.
Touching your tapes and everything. Well, you know, they'd come in and everything, and what I would do is they say, well, Quentin, what should I see today?
Yeah.
All right. And it was like people have been calling it, well, this is sort of like your film school. I go, well, no, it's sort of more like my Village Voice, and I was like, you know, the head critic.
So
at the
now,
store.
is it saying, no offense meant here, but were you kind of like a little film nerd kind of guy?
Totally. No, I was a film geek. I call it film geek.
Film geek.
There's a big distinction there, you see.
Now, is that a step up or down from nerd?
Well, it's a step up. I don't have like pencil holders or something in my pocket.
So the geeks would order the nerds around.
Yeah, exactly. No, I could beat up the nerds. I could beat up the film nerds. See, the film nerds are the ones that have bad taste. See, film geeks, you see, we have highly exalted.
Elevated yourself.
Exactly.
Good for you. All right, so now it's like Only in America. From there, you write a couple of movies, you sell a couple of scripts, and then you get to direct your first film, which was what?
Which was Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, it's a...
Big Angelica crowd here.
and now you've got this second one, which I have been hearing about and reading about for months and months and months, this Pulp Fiction. Right. First of all, tell us about the title. It refers to, like, back in the 30s and the 40s,
right.
Is that what we have here?
Yeah, well, it's funny, because, like, the whole term Pulp Fiction has kind of become this antiquated term that, like, used to mean something specific, and now it's kind of thrown around, like film noir or B movies, where it doesn't really mean what it means anymore. But what it used to mean was, it was like, Pulp Fiction was like, it was the cheapest paper that they could possibly use and still print something on and get an image.
And it was violent and a lot of gore, and it was cops and
it was
gangsters.
Cops and gangsters and lurid stories and women getting raped and women, you know, controlling men, and like you'd buy them for a dime, and they'd always have these like really lurid covers and stuff. And what I was, you know, and they were known as garbage fiction. When you bought these books, you didn't take them and you didn't, like, you know, put them in your library. I mean, what you did is you read it, on the way to the work.
Got rid of them.
You put it in your pocket and sat on it all day and everything.
But weren't some very well-known American writers responsible for that kind of thing?
Oh, very much so. Well, yeah, that's one of the things I actually like about, like, both, like, you know, art in this century, is a lot of the stuff always kind of comes in through the back door.
Oh, sure.
You know, at the time, you know, Raymond Chandler and Dashiell Hammett and David Goodies and, you know, Cornell Williams, all guys like that.
They worked in this.
Yeah, they worked in that, and you know, and these books were not like held. They weren't reviewed. They were just like fodder for the masses. But as time went on, you know, it caught up with them. You know, and people have like, you know, oh yes, that's a famous book and that's a great book, and now you find them in libraries. But not when they first came out.
Let's do a little scene from your early life as a video clerk. I'll be the customer.
Okay.
Is E.T. back?
No, but we actually do have Last Year in Mariban right over here. And actually, if you're going to really be a customer, this is what you would do. You'd come in there and you'd say, what's in, that's new, that's good? Yeah.
Also, like a scene from my honeymoon. Thank you very much. But, you know, now, you know the thing, I watched this movie, and I'm telling you something, this thing is so entertaining, it's so much fun, and it's just seamless. There's not a false note in the... It's like 3 hours long, isn't it? And one of the nice features of it, you have quite a cast, a diverse cast, and they all do wonderful jobs. I mean, Bruce Willis does a great job. John Travolta dances again.
Exactly. Well, see, John Travolta's always been one of my favorite actors. I've always thought he was like one of the greatest stars that Hollywood's ever produced. But oddly enough, it's really funny. When I wrote the script, I did not know I was going to cast John Travolta in it. All right, but that dance scene was in the movie.
Yeah.
And so we got down on the set to do it and everything, and, you know, and he was all into it. Now, the thing is, like, the way John would, like, normally do a dance scene was a little different from, like, the way I wanted him to do it, because I had very much both him and Uma Thurman, they do this, like, twist contest in the movie. One of the things I wanted them to have specific twists. Like Uma Thurman, I wanted her twist to be, did you ever see the movie The Aristocats? With Zsa Zsa Gabor. Well, Zsa Zsa Gabor, that cat in The Aristocats does this kind of like dance like this, you know. Nose up in the air, very like this. And then John Travolta.
That's good.
John Travolta, I wanted him to be very like this.
You got any more Jurassic Park? I just have a feeling this movie is going to go through the roof. But boy, it couldn't be a more entertaining piece of work. It was nice meeting you, Quentin.
Oh, it was nice meeting you,
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Quentin Tarantino, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Sammy Kershaw.